Hey everybody, welcome. We have got a really special video for you today because as a channel, we are 1 year old this past weekend. And coincidentally enough, we hit 4,000 subscribers on September 5th, which is the year to the day that we uploaded our very first YouTube video. And we really want to say thanks to you guys, not just in words only, but in something actually tangible. So we're going to have a giveaway. But first, we're going to answer some questions. So we're going to run rapid fire through some of the questions that you guys asked, because I know you guys want to get to that good giveaway stuff. All right, so Mr. Mailman asks, what are your top 3 picks for best airsoft gas blowback pistols? You know, I've only personally played with 6 or 7, probably 7, so I'll give you my top 2. And these are pretty obvious, because we've done reviews on both of these. I would say the best gas blowbacks out there are the Elite Force 1911 TAC and the ASG CZP-09. Now, some people may not agree, but I think hands down, those are the best 2 shooting gas blowback pistols out there. Jez Hogenkamp asks, which airsoft gun is the best for beginners? Now, if I had a friend or a family member that was going to start airsoft and I had to actually buy the gun for them as their starter gun, for my money, I definitely would get one of the Lancer Tactical Generation 2 starter guns, because you can get those guys for $140, and I've seen them for as little as $110. I'm talking specifically about like the LT12 or the LT19. We've put a lot of hours on both of those guns and they're absolutely amazing. Lancer Tactical, when it started out, had a bit of a bad reputation, but there's been huge praise for their Generation 2s, and I can fully vouch for that. And I think this year with their Pro line, they've really wiped away most of that bad reputation. The Existent Void asks, should I pay the extra 20 bucks for a Super Ranger ARP9? If you like the Super Ranger dress-up kit, yeah, absolutely. If you buy the dress-up kit separately, aftermarket, it's gonna run you $90 or even $100. But if you buy it already installed on the ARP9, it's just 20. So yeah, so that's a no-brainer. All right, since Noob74M asks, do you really think that the Avalon Saber carbine is one of the best out of the box? I'm planning to get one, but I don't know. It's gonna be my second AG. Yeah, absolutely. The Avalon Saber is definitely one of the best shooting guns out straight out of the box. It's got amazing accuracy, amazing distance, amazing consistency. Yeah, it's a fantastic gun. Then, since Noob74M also asks, honestly, Avalon Saber or Trident Mark II? You know, a lot of people were not happy with my versus video between the Trident and the Avalon when I said they're about equal. But I've said before, I really like the look and feel of that Defiance key mount rail on the Trident Mark II CRB. And this is an RMA form from Umarex for our non-functional 4-month-old VFC Avalon Saber that broke on us. It is under warranty, so we're sending it back to Umarex to be fixed, but there you go. I mean, they broke. So for those reasons, if you put me on the spot and you say Avalon or Trident, I'm gonna say Trident. Cheese Merchant asks, what kind of cameras do you use for your gameplay footage as well as microphones? Sure, we can run down that real quick. So for the first person view head cam, I've got a Hero 6. For the selfie cam on the side of the gun, I've got a Session 5. For the zoom cam, I have a Run Cam 2. As far as the audio goes, the baseline track you're gonna hear on all of our gameplay comes from the Hero 6. I'm perfectly happy with that audio. Mind of Milton similarly asked, what are all your camera settings? Where and how are they all mounted? The field of view on both the head cam and the selfie cam is wide angle. And I run everything at 1080p at 60 frames per second. The Run Cam 2, I actually didn't mess with that. I bought it pre-configured from Brain Exploder with a 35mm lens on it, which I highly recommend because it comes pre-focused and preset. How they're all mounted, Brain Exploder. That's all I can say. Brain Exploder makes some really amazing 3D printed mounts. I've got the Brain Exploder baseball cap mount for my Hero 6, Boonie cap mount, Mobius mount, the Brain Exploder Run Cam mount. I actually only have one mount that is not Brain Exploder that I use on a regular basis, and that's just a very generic GoPro arm Picatinny mount that I got off Amazon. It sticks out about 4 or 5 inches from the rail. I feel like it gives a little bit better view of that selfie angle. All right, guys, stay with me. We're getting to that giveaway, I promise. William Temple writes, I love your channel. Are you ever going to travel and do some Milsim events? Yes, absolutely, it'll happen. Like we always say, it's a journey and we're doing new stuff all the time. I'm sure we're gonna get to that. You know, ironically, we planned to be at a Milsim event this very upcoming weekend, Third Coast Airsoft's Dragon Rogue 6. And I learned very quickly that at Milsim events, there's certain rolls that sell out really quick. Specifically, the green camo-based rifleman rolls sell out like that. And unfortunately, all of our gear is green camo based. So by the time I'd gotten commitments to get the oldest kid back from college that weekend, and I went out to buy tickets, sure enough, the green camo based rifleman slot was the only one that was sold out. And to add insult to injury, it's actually taking place here. Third Coast Airsoft is taking over our home field for this MILSIM. So there is a MILSIM going on at our home field that we are not going to. It hurts to say that. So as we look at going to MILSIMs, we're gonna have to build out our loadouts. That's something we've not really focused on. Again, it's a journey. But there's some other events coming up that we're interested in, so you may see us there. Jet Desert Fox has got an event at Camp Shelby later on in the month. We're looking at that one. Mirror Tactical's got a couple events coming up in October and November that look really cool. So you never know, wait and see. All right, Jack Burton writes, hey Salty, is there any other field you'd like to play at in another state or players you'd like to catch a game with? You know, that's an interesting question. There's a lot of really cool content creators out there that I would love to meet. I think if I ever played with any of those guys, they would probably feel like they're playing with their dad. And they kind of would be. But yeah, I mean, all those major guys, you know, Swamp Snoppier from Ballahack, Jonathan from Airsoftology, Dayton from House Gamers, Dutch the Hooligan, Navrich, Kicking Mustang. I love all those guys' channels, and yeah, I'd love an opportunity to meet and play with those guys. As far as where I'd like to go, I know earlier this year, Mirror Tactical put on Tritium Mist at the McClellan Air Force Base in Anniston, Alabama, which is actually only about 2 hours away from us. Speaking of Mirror Tactical, they put some events on at some really cool venues. Like I think coming up in September, they're playing in an abandoned shopping mall in Milwaukee, which that looks really cool. And I've also seen where they put on events in an abandoned nuclear power plant. So yeah, events like that look pretty awesome. But you know, if I had a single dream venue, it's probably gonna be something overseas in Europe. Because if you go to Kicking Mustang's channel, he has got a video where they're playing in an old bunker that was occupied by the Germans in World War II in France. And the architecture and the tunnels and the ruins that are all grown over throughout the countryside look absolutely amazing. It's like straight out of a video game, straight out of a movie. So yeah, I don't think that's ever gonna happen logistically, but if there's one place I'd like to go play, that would probably be it. All right, this one I included from the Dirt Fighter because it just kind of took on me, so let's cover it. So the Dirt Fighter asks several things. Number one, he says, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? 700 pounds. Yeah, look it up. Number four, have you ever rocked Velcro straps on your Adidas? No, Macklemore, I have not been thrift store shopping. 6, seriously, why no footage from The Offspring? He does not want it to change his playstyle. Now, I can totally understand where he's coming from on that. You will find yourself doing things differently knowing you got a camera on your head. And I was that way at first as well. Now I just kind of play the way I play, which is a slow, steady push forward, and it tends to work out for the gameplay footage. Now, on the flip side of that, I think wearing the cameras can have a really good positive effect on you. For instance, there is no greater learning experience than seeing yourself that first time screaming at somebody to call their hits and seeing what an amazing D-bag you looked like. The very last Dirt Fighter question is, can you go over your camera and editing setup? So I'll just touch real quick on editing. There's really 3 things you want to pay attention to for video editing. One is you got to have a good computer. Video editing is super intensive. I've got a gaming PC with pretty good specs. Still, when I'm video editing, it can grind down pretty hard in certain situations, even on my gaming PC. 2 is you need a good condenser mic if you're going to do any type of voiceover recording. I use the Snowball. It's about 50 bucks. Looks a little unorthodox. It's just a big ball, but it's really good. I've been really happy with it. And obviously you need a good editor. So I use Premiere Pro. I've got a subscription to Creative Cloud. You get access to Photoshop, Premiere Pro, Illustrator, Lightroom, After Effects. I mean, I think it's like 20 something products. I think that's absolutely worth it. And guys, that brings us to us saying thank you guys so much for all of the support that you've given us. And we want to say it in a tangible way by giving away a $100 mystery box from Fox Airsoft. And we've got a video running up in the corner here of some of the cool stuff that you might get in one of those $100 mystery boxes, and we'll have a link to it in the description below, of course. Official rules are also linked in the description below, but it's really super simple. Be subscribed, like the video, and comment down below. Comment as many times as you like. We'll let this video run through the 24th, and at the end of that period, we'll pick a random comment from this video as the winner. We'll reply to the winner's comment here, and we'll also announce it in an upcoming Tuesday video. So guys, thank you again so much for all the support over the last year. And speaking of which, if you haven't already joined us on our airsoft journey, do it right now by hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you don't miss a single video comes out every Tuesday with bonus videos on Fridays. And until then, we'll see you next time.